In this show, we see Link from Breath of the Wild make his way to a far-off town to become a soldier in the fantasy army by going to fantasy soldier school. He's directed to go bother Witch Mary, who's totally not the princess of the kingdom, to find housing and guidance as he applies to soldier school. Mary soon discovers that he comes from a village of ridiculously overpowered people trained since ancient times to be better than everybody else. And if she doesn't help Lloyd, she'll be cursed to death by Lloyd's lowly witch overseer that definitely doesn't want to fuck him constantly. As Lloyd travels the city, he uses his insane power, that he is of course completely oblivious to solve menial problems that would likely kill others if they tried. Wow, another super original concept that I've never seen executed before. He meets the cursed belt princess, a girl whose life has been tormented by unremovable belts on her head, causing everybody to think she's a freak. Nobody knows how to remove the belts, and her family has fallen apart trying to fix her misery. Men of God, try as they might, have failed in their efforts to relieve her suffering. Years of agony, a childhood wasted, all because of these impossible belts on her face. What will our hero unwittingly do? Lloyd, after saving her from a monster, rubs his used tissue on her face to remove a smudge, and there you have it. Curse lifted. She crumbles up on the floor, tears streaming down her face. She must now dedicate her existence to her hero. God damn, I wish I could be beloved by all by doing the simplest of tasks, and beloved and feared by all he is. He meets a harem of ladies who spend no less than the entirety of the episodes I've seen obsessing over where he is and how to get him into soldier school when he fails because he answers using ancient runes too powerful for the typical loser in town to understand. Meanwhile, Belt Princess gets into a fight with Allan, who is nothing less than the most handsome man I've ever seen, and likely most attractive person with a very attractive name that you've ever seen either. There's also some underlying plot about the kingdom Lloyd visits being invaded by warmongers that he will, naturally, fix without lifting a finger because the problems of this country are far too trivial for our Master Shota. Boy, there sure is a lot of fantasy stuff I'm sitting through this season so far. Well, I'll say there are a few funny moments when the absurdity of Lloyd's situation's kind of interesting, like the idea of everybody panicking that he didn't get into the school somehow, but the joke gets run pretty thin as it continues to be the plot. There's only so much that can be said about a main character destroying all conflict effortlessly as the world around him watches in understandable disbelief that hasn't already been said by the likes of One Punch Man. If you fucking love this concept, then you'll probably like this show, but I can't say I'm gonna sit through it because honestly it's kinda tiresome. I'm not meant to find the conflict of this world very compelling when the main character can just shit all over it immediately, and I'm not all that invested in the unclear interests of said character either. Frankly, some of this shit is becoming indistinguishable from one another as character designs grow more uninspired and plot points become more rehashed. Surely there can't be that much more along this same vein this season.